Our first question comes from Courtney, who watches us from Greensboro, North Carolina on Fox 8.
Oh my God, I have family there.
We liked her question so much, we decided to get her on the line. Courtney, are you there?
Courtney.
I am here.
Courtney, you have beautiful teeth, first of all. I'd like to let you know that. We would love to know, what is your question, Courtney?
So my question that I have is, I'm in the makeup industry, and I see a lot of competition going on. Like all of the women are competing with each other, and I really don't understand why. Because there's enough opportunities to go around. So why the cattiness?
Well, ladies, Courtney wants to know. So you're speaking specifically, why are women in particular being catty with each other in a business where you feel we could be in unity?
Absolutely.
I mean, from my experience of meeting catty people, and I think it's so dope you were a makeup artist. I started out a makeup artist. Shout out to you, girl. That's a really amazing gift of art. So I noticed that, first of all, we women, we're very introspective, we're very analytical, and we're hyper emotional, right? Those are our giftings, right? But you're taught in society and culture, in school, who's the most popular. I mean, my yearbook was like, who's the most popular, who's the funniest, you know? And then all of a sudden later on, now our life is about Instagram likes and follows, right? And it's all about comparisons, right? You can never be the prettiest, you can never be, you know, the best body or the biggest, you know, achievement in whatever business you own and stuff. So I just feel like we're in a culture that constantly compares yourself. But if you don't have it set in your mind that you should only be competing with yourself in order to win in life, then you're gonna fall wayside to all of those pressures in the world.
100%.
I think too, go ahead, Tams.
No, I was thinking, I think competition that way, because I believe there's healthy competition and then there's unhealthy competition. Healthy competition is when you are inspired by what someone else is doing and you believe that you can do it yourself. Unhealthy competition is when you see someone and it stems from your insecurity. I feel like women are very self-critical, so that sometimes they project that criticism onto other people. So then, like Jeannie was saying, then you start to compare. And when you start to compare, you're like, oh, all right, well, let me compete, because if I feel like I'm better than her, then that gives me some type of validation.
Yes.
But the thing is you've got to compete with yourself.
Yeah, that's it right there. I've got to say, I've never felt competitive towards other women. You guys know I'm such a girl's girl.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I love
come
that.
on, like if you're killing it, I want to be right there supporting you while you kill it, you know? I've always been inspired by women, but I also think that a lot of women can tend to be competitive, not necessarily in makeup, but in life when it comes to men.
Yes.
So, yo, am I the only one that's just too lazy to compete? Like, I'm not being, I've always just felt like I don't have the energy to do that, so I always chose men that, like, I'm like, you like me? This'll work. But I never wanted to feel like I had to compete for a man's attention. Like, I just never had the energy to do it.
But I'm curious, like we live in a society where patriarchy kind of makes women feel like there isn't enough room for all of us.
Yes.
You know, and there's always been this kind of feeling like you only get a couple spots. So it's like we start feeling like, all right, well, there ain't enough room for you. I got to be here too.
Or there's only got to be one, the best.
There can only be one.
Which is not true.
And there can be so many, and when we band together, we're stronger, just like by numbers.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. But when you win, I win, and when I win, you win.
But what Tam said is so real, because the jealousy will eat at you, and you think that it's somebody else holding you back, and it's just you. So you got to face yourself, which can be corny. You don't, because you sound like you got it together. But they got to face themselves. Because at the end of the day, I really have always believed that, like, we're stronger together. There's enough room for all of us if we just all box out at the same time.
Yes. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful to you.
It definitely was. It definitely was. And I would like to say, too, what's for you is for you.
Amen.
You know, nobody can take that away from you.
You better come through
Nobody
it,
can
word.
take that away from you.
Amen.
That is so true. So keep your head up and keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay.